All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Start! 230. 57 to Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Passing, it's Dalton. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Dalton. And this is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit.
And got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 79 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
368.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 26 and a first down. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boswell for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And a little floater there is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's second down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Team spill. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Another chance for Dalton. That's complete right around the 8. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's a run with Mixon. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Andy Dalton. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Super toe. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw here, Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back counter. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that 1st quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And Eifert has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Dalton to his big target, Eifert for the Cincinnati first. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Check. 368.
To throw again. Dalton throwing the out route and complete. It's Green. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds into half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. And he's got Moncrief. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Roethlisberger will throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Come on now, let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Dalton off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And now to the air, Dalton. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2. And Dalton to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. So that'll back them up 5. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 40.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That second down play nets a -4.
Blue 30.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
No spacing.
56.
No foul.
6 right there, right there.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Again, it's Mixon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A gain there of 30 big ones. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Man.
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Brings up second and 5 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll give it to Mixon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Second and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will extend this big lead.
Steelers 14.
Now Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And some room to maneuver. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, he just bumped up his personal stats with the 2nd score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you've got him in fantasy football, don't you?
You always think I just
that.
appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
Well, you are.
Thanks. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
26 Mike. Check.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
Dalton on the keeper.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Hey, 4 down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Dalton caught Eifert over the middle. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North.
We got this.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, They're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.